increase your merits, and observe civility. Moral excellence is the most prominent possession that a man has. His affluency level is measured according to the number of merits to his credit. Everything can be purchased from the market in exchange of money. Likewise, required growth in any field can be achieved by the capital of merits. Self-esteem and self-confidence guide a person whose conscience is equipped with the capital of merits, like a divine help to the path of progress. Wherever he goes, he mesmerizes the people with his pleasant behavior. He casts a good impression on others because of his good characteristics and gains a sympathetic gesture. This is one's own merits, which facilitate the person to impress others and accomplish the success. The person equipped with these characteristics will ameliorate the relations with others and make opponents his friends. Moral excellence is the basic pillar of life. To ameliorate one's own virtual instincts and modify own habits compatible to those of respectful and modest people of society are indeed such remarkable achievements which cannot be compared with other material gains. The appropriate path to increase the merit is to concentrate on everything which is helpful to augment them and in upgrading the virtual instincts. One should contemplate and focus on the path of happiness and progress by adhering to merits. One should always closely observe whenever virtuality and merits emerge in the inner self and should be pleased on whatever is observed and should try to nurture that. A wise farmer always feels happy whenever a healthy plant grows amidst the bushes and manages the means for its defense and growth, so that he might be benefited when the small plant grows to a large tree. We should also look for virtues like that within our inner self. A young plant will definitely grow if it is properly cared and will please our hearts with the plethora of its flowers and fruits one day. Our intentions should be firm for promoting our gentleness, encouraging our virtual instincts, and spreading our merits. Even a small amount of merit in our inner self, when developed in future, is sufficient to illuminate our destiny and future. Even if our virtues are few, tiny and feeble enough to meet the expectations, but at least their tiny presence is a consolation to us. And more consoling is that we care to develop them. There is no assignment in the world which cannot be accomplished with intensive desire and valiance. A valuable possession of merits is understood to be most precious treasure of human life. Obviously, this is difficult to achieve that, but difficulty is only for those who do not understand the value of merits. Those who have better utilized their intelligence and sentiments to achieve and learn the importance of merits will definitely achieve their goals and will feel themselves fortunate on being wise and modest person. One day, a saint predicted to a king in his dream that next night he would die of a snake bite. The snake was his enemy in earlier birth and lived under the roots of a particular tree and at a particular place. In the morning, when the king awoke, he contemplated of avoiding his death. The king believed on his dream to be true. He decided to behave amicably with the snake. In the evening, he laid down a carpet of flowers from the root of the tree on way to his bed. He sprinkled the scented water and managed to place the bowls, all filled with sweet milk, at many places in the palace and warned his friends not to cause any harm to the snake on his entry. At night, as the snake proceeded to the palace of the king, his anger gradually began to subside, and at last, when he reached to the king, his all anguish had vanished and gifted the king his precious money and returned back. Fraternity and perception is such a strong weapon that this can defeat worst kind of enemies. Undoubtedly, you will be honored if you try your best to develop your excellence. People give credit to virtues, not to individuals. They salute to righteousness, not to simulations. Tesu flower is a very eye-catching, but people prefer the fragrance of rose. If you nurture your moral instincts, then definitely you will be appreciated. People in general are attracted to an individual according to his existing qualities. Excellent performers are appreciated by all. Your one characteristics will make you widely known in proportion to other normal people. Being receptive to qualities is a special characteristic. If a person concentrates his mental powers specifically to this feature, only setting aside all other thoughts, and every day strengthens this sentiment, one day he himself becomes a live symbol of merits. His mental powers are expanded, rivalry is reduced a lot, strangers become friends, grief starts subsiding, and happiness comes in life. Our wise nature of watching, discussing, and promoting the merits can prove heartening not only for others but for ourselves also. Socrates was very ugly, but he always kept a mirror with him and used to watch his face in that. One of his friends one day asked him the reason of doing so. Then he answered, "I think I should compensate this ugliness by gracefully promoting beautifulness with more significant jobs. This mirror helps me to remind that." He affirmed, those who are beautiful should also watch the mirror and be careful not to blemish the naturally gifted beauty by wild instincts. He was of the opinion that a man should be virtuous like sandalwood, whether clumsy or gentle, should always spread fragrance. Simple living, high thinking. Simplicity is the sign of noble civility. All wise persons of the world have adhered to simple living and high thinking. Tender-hearted persons always prefer simple lifestyle of a normal civilized person. Their gentility is hidden in their simplicity. Their well-wishers know that they exhibit their gentility by their simplicity and not by ostentatious lifestyle. The unauthentic persons lacking graces and refinements of civilized life sometimes pretend of being privileged ones to hide their incompetency and foolishness. Passion for fashion is same type of pretense in which whose protection a feeble and a confused person wishes other people to recognize him as affluent, learned and intelligent person by being carried away by their glittering splendor. To accomplish this, he manages camouflage and ridiculously performs cheap and clumsy activities. Patience. There are variety of people in the world, and they all vary with each other in nature, liking, behavior, etc. Sometimes their characteristics conflict with each other. They therefore clash with others and bear the sorrows. The only method of avoiding this situation is patience. We should be patient and encourage ourselves to peacefully bear the disparities of nature and adverse emotions of people. Only then we can lead a peaceful life. Forbearance. This is not possible to escape the social and administrative counters formulated by authorities to restrict the hostile activities of misguided persons responsible for breaking the boundaries of moral obligations. Quite a sizable number of criminals sometimes successfully escape from the legal punishment and social rebuke. But this is not correct that they will always succeed in doing so. The fake shelter ultimately shatters, and the person of wild instincts is condemned for his mischief when he is away. If not in his presence, he encounters an invisible impact of hatred spread in masses against him, which ultimately presents unfavorable results for him. These people have to offer substantial amount as an inducement for their dishonest behavior, just to escape the punishment by authorities and always live under apprehension and pressure. They thrive for true friends. The people who use these persons hate them internally and turn to be hostile to them when their job is fulfilled. Those whose conscience rebukes them, sooner or later will be rebuked by everyone. The life of a person is not worth living if he sits on a pile of such rebukes. Civic duties. All the great successes and achievements in the life are accomplished on the basis of how we live our life. The direction of our life is based on how we walk, act, how much we care about the basic rules of civic life. These practical aspects should necessarily be adhered to be successful in any field. Those who do not care these things in their civic life are morally unrestrained and are categorized as anti-social persons. Even minor acts of such anti-social people causes a great harm to the community, and literally their own harm too is imminent. Modesty as the sign of civilization. Modesty is that quality of ethical and spiritual field which establishes a relation with the universal truth, the God, present in all the human beings and all sentient creatures, and manages assistance to achieve the right purpose of life. A man having witnessed that universal consciousness present in the universe, genuflects with dedication and appeased with the eternal pleasure, he utters the word, Siya Ramya Sab Jug Jani, Karhu Pranam Jori Jagpani. Having witnessed the universal truth, ascetic saints bowed their heads to omnipresent Ram. Modesty literally means experiencing and accepting the presence of omnipresent Almighty and accepting His magnitude. Efforts polish the life. Enterprising people always seem gleaming with brilliant energy, while inactive or sluggish are always found as grief-stricken and depressed in their spirits. Enthusiastic people are always happy, cheerful, and best satisfied. Even though they are not affluent in prosperity and material resources, but their greatest wealth is their attitude, which brings them mental satisfaction, freedom from worry and pleasure. Diligence improves health also. Physical labor in substantial amount helps sound sleep and wakes up in the morning with full vigor, energy and freshness. On the other hand, sluggish persons wake up late in the morning and feel lethargic, lazy and burdened.